what are the challenges that you faced, and how did you overcome them? Could you
Me or the contestants?
you?
I didn't face any
And
challenges.
Okay, what about the contestants?
Yeah.
Was there any time where your heart said something else and your mind said something else? You, as a judge, it becomes sometimes difficult who's better. So anything that you remember?
Sure. Interesting line of questioning. MasterChef was unique. You know, the competition got harder and harder as the years went on. I mean, I can think of a finale dessert, for example, set by Kirsten Tibbles, who's one of the best pastry chefs in Australia. And it was, I think, probably 30 odd recipes, 30 plus recipes within one recipe. And for example, one element was a crystallized fruit liqueur, which was set in like a cornflower mold. And the contestants spent at least 40 minutes or more trying to get this right. And none of them got it right. I mean, even as a professional chef, that would have been almost impossible first time round to nail. But they did it. You know, this was all about setting challenges that raised the bar, you know, forced them to, you know, challenge themselves. And I mean, it was real adversity, a lot of stress. You saw that on screen. So a unique competition, even in professional terms, you know, would be difficult for chefs. And yeah, you set your heart pounding. You know, are they going to do it? You know, will they make it? Who's going to win? You know, and you might have favourites. You might have, you know, a contestant that you think yes is going to do well, but under pressure and under stress, everything changes, and the competition changed in lots of unexpected ways.
Any incident where you, your chef, your audience, who were upcoming chefs, they've come up in life because of the opportunity that they got in MasterChef?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, so many contestants over the 11 years that George, Matt and I were on the competition did well, went on to fabulous careers. And there's quite a few restaurateurs amongst them too. So that means not only were they contestants and that we mentored them and helped them along the way and gave them advice, is that they've become colleagues in our business, in the restaurant business. So, you know, Andre Assini from Series 1 has been running restaurants in South Australia. He's got 2 restaurants, a catering company. He's done exceptionally well. We're so proud of him. And that's going way back to 2009. Po Ling Yao has set up Jam Face, probably become one of the most recognisable faces in Australian television. So not only is she a businesswoman, but, you know, she's a celebrity in her own right. Probably bigger than I am now. You know, you just know her as Po rather than Po Ling Yao, which is incredible. Matt Sinclair runs one of the best Asian fusion restaurants in Australia, Some Young Guys. He's been doing that now for about 4 years. Won one of the an award in Australia for one of the best restaurants in Queensland. So, you know, the number of successful contestants is almost impossible to remember. You know, it just goes to show what a fabulous competition it was.
Where you see the future of MasterChef?
I don't care. I'm not on it anymore. I'm not on MasterChef anymore. Is this an interview about MasterChef?
No.
I don't care about MasterChef anymore.
So what is your new
I finished MasterChef 3 years ago. We handed over the baton. Actually, nearly 4 years ago now. We handed over the baton to the new judges. You know, good luck to them. It was a great competition. It was a very important and influential time in my own life. I feel extremely privileged that I was part of the competition and part of MasterChef. But you know, we all have to go a different way in our lives, a different path. So yeah, I'm enjoying life.
Could you tell something about your new venture after MasterChef?
Since MasterChef, I've been involved in lots of different things. I filmed a series called Plate of Origin with Matt Preston on Channel 7 in Australia. I'm now filming a series on National Geographic for Nat Geo India, which will come on screens early in 2023. It's called Mega Festivals, and that'll be me travelling all over the country covering Onam, for example, which I've done already, the Hornbill Festival up in Nagaland, we did Durga Puja in Calcutta, and plenty more to come. So that's really exciting. It gives me that kind of you know, travel experience and digging in deep into, you know, Indian culture and food, because they're absolutely inseparable. I've got a podcast which I'd love you to listen to, called The Gary Mehigan Show. I've got lots of really interesting interviews, and I've got a couple of projects happening. An outlet opening in Melbourne Airport, which is a modern, fun Asian fusion style restaurant. So yeah, enough to keep me busy, and a little bit of gardening, walking the dogs, and just enjoying life.
One last question. Any advice to the upcoming contestants who are wanting to become something in life?
On MasterChef?
On MasterChef.
I don't care about MasterChef. I'm not on MasterChef anymore. Young chefs? Young chefs?
On any platform, maybe in India, maybe somewhere.
Yeah, maybe Conosh, like why I'm here. Actually here for Conosh. Yeah, good. So I'm here in India for a couple of reasons. I've had a fabulous time. I've probably spent about 7 weeks so far, on and off, from September through to December, traveling around. And one of those reasons is obviously Nat Geo, India, and traveling. No, I'll start that again. So I'm here for a number of reasons. I've been traveling on and off to India since September, so I've spent about 7 weeks so far for Nat Geo India. So that'll be coming on screens next year on Nat Geo and also on Hotstar. So that's exciting. It means it's going to be seen around the world. And also for Conosh. Now, I built a relationship with Conosh during lockdown. They're a platform and a sorry. So I'm here in India for a number of different reasons. The first one is Nat Geo and obviously filming around the country. So I've been here for about 7 weeks all up, so exciting times. But also because of Conosh. Conosh is an online platform. It's a membership of amateur cooks. You can actually go online and order food from people's homes, which is wonderful. So it's all about home cooking and about that camaraderie amongst home cooks, and especially specialising in baking. So we've been doing a number of dinners along with Taj in Bengaluru, in Mumbai, and then on to Delhi, which is really exciting. So we're doing 2 dinners in each city, a masterclass in each city with Pooja, who's the macaron queen, of course, in India. So yeah, exciting times. How's that? So we got Conosh. Sorry about the masterclass was like MasterChef was like 4 years ago. So, and I know I'm known for that, but that's like I don't want to talk about. Yeah.
So there are different palates in the different countries. How you give the touch to that country that it can take that taste?
What do you mean, like the international kind of flavors? Is it about my food or?
Yeah, there are different palettes of Africa will be having a different food preferences.
Sure.
India will have spices
Sure.
and some other.
So you want to comment around different flavors around the world, yeah? As a chef, one of the greatest pleasures is travel. It's a constant learning experience. I mean, I'm classically trained as a French chef, as a young man, but then obviously I've traveled a lot. So the thrill of that is discovering new flavors and, new palettes of flavors. So, it's a never-ending source of learning. And what I particularly love at the moment is Southeast Asia. I've been, since moving to Australia in 1991, which is very much influenced by Southeast Asia, Thailand, Laos, Japan, Vietnam particularly are cuisines that I absolutely adore. And it's because there's lots of texture, there's lots of crunch, there's lots of juiciness, there's lots of fresh ingredients, sweet, sour, hot, salty. In Japan, umami, which is like those meaty flavors. And of course India. Like, I've loved traveling around India for probably the last 10 years now. I mean, I've 15 plus visits, so a never-ending discovery of different regional and sub-regional cuisines. Just being in Nagaland recently and the far northeast, and how different that is. The fact that they lean into Southeast Asia in terms of their cuisine. There's very little spices. If you think about food in, say, Mumbai or Delhi or in Kashmir, and using things like coriander and turmeric and cumin and fennel seeds and fenugreek, none of that is used in Naga cuisine. And then on the opposite side of that, you've got somewhere like Kerala, which is lots of coconut cream, curry leaves, some very gentle spicing, the kind of taste of the tropics, which is delicious. So yeah, for me as a chef, it's the travel, food goes hand in hand. And I often ask myself, why did I train as a French chef? So much to learn.
Thank you very much.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
Thanks very much. Do you need me to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to India, first of all.
Thank you.
How MasterChef has evolved over the years, and which are the memorable incidents, anyone you can tell us?
Wow, how did MasterChef evolve over the years and memorable thing? What was it? Memorable incidents? Incidents is not the right word. So how did MasterChef evolve over the years, and what was most memorable? Well, I don't know. From series 1, I think it was just a surprise. Nobody knew what to expect. It became one of the most popular shows on television, which absolutely thrilled us. And of course, that first series with Pauline Yao and Julie Goodwin was absolutely thrilling. And the food was pretty simple when we think about it. Like that first final dessert was a chocolate tart by Matt Moran with a chocolate half pipe. Dead easy compared to fast forward, Peter Gilmore, did the snow egg, or we had these crazy creations that took hours. Crazy creations that took hours to do. So,
चलिए, yes sir.
पूजा जी कुछ अपने बारे में बता सकती हैं कि आपकी जर्नी कब शुरू हुई, कब आपने रियलाइज़ किया कि ये फूड जो है ना वो मेरी ज़िंदगी का एक ऐसा हिस्सा है जिसमें मैं स्पेशलाइज करना चाहती हूँ, और उसके बाद आप कहाँ कहाँ गई और आज जहाँ पर हैं उसके बारे में कुछ टेल अस समथिंग अबाउट योर होल जर्नी. हिंदी में
भी थोड़ा भी कंफर्टेबल.
तो एक्चुअली आई स्टार्टेड बेकिंग जब मैं 6 साल की थी. मेरी बुआ मेरे को एक दिन किचन में ले गई और बोली चलो आज ब्राउनीज बनाते हैं. एंड आई थिंक दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट विद बेकिंग. और मुझे बस सो मच सिंप्लिसिटी और इतनी खुशी फ्रॉम मेकिंग समथिंग विद लव कि आई जस्ट बिकेम एडिक्टेड टू बेकिंग. एंड उसके बाद आई स्टार्ट बेकिंग अ लॉट. लेकिन उस टाइम ऐसा लगा नहीं कि ये करियर भी हो सकता है एक लड़की के लिए. किचन में काम करना, कैन इट बी अ प्रोफेशन. तो आई वेंट टू लॉ स्कूल और वहाँ पे मैं सिर्फ आई वाज देयर ओनली फॉर 2 वीक्स. मैं लॉ स्कूल गई, मैंने सब किताबें देखी और मैं बस भाग गई वहाँ से. एंड आई वेंट टू हॉस्पिटैलिटी स्कूल एंड देन आई वेंट टू culinary स्कूल इन पेरिस. एंड आई केम बैक व्हेन आई वाज 22, which is 14 years ago. And I started my brand Le15 जो बॉम्बे बेस्ड है. And we specialize in French desserts.
तो पहला कस्टमर जो था जो आपने बना के दिया उनको,
हाँ.
या जो भी आपके घर वाले थे, पर जो आपने ब्राउनी ने कहा उसके बाद जो पहला जो डिश बनाई आपने एक एज के बाद, क्या रिएक्शन था मम्मी का, डैडी का या कुछ कस्टमर का?
हाँ, मम्मी डैडी तो हमेशा बहुत सपोर्टिव रहे. बहुत भाई हमेशा अगर वो कुछ ट्राई करता था उसको पसंद नहीं आता था तो वो हमेशा बोल देता था कि ये अच्छा नहीं है. लेकिन मम्मी डैडी हमेशा बहुत सपोर्टिव रहे हैं. एक्चुअली मेरा फर्स्ट कस्टमर जो मैं वापस आई थी और मैंने एक फेसबुक पे उस समय एक फ़ोटो डाल दिया था कि मैंने ये चॉकलेट केक बनाया है घर पे. और मेरे भाई का एक दोस्त जो स्कूल का फ्रेंड था उसने वो देख के मुझे DM किया कि अरे आप ऑर्डर्स ले रहे हैं क्या, मुझे केक ऑर्डर करना है. बोला अरे ये तो एक्चुअली एक बिज़नेस हो सकता है. एंड दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट सेल एवर. और घर से केक बनाया था उनको दिया था. एंड द फीडबैक वाज वेरी गुड एंड आई थॉट दैट गिव मी सम कॉन्फिडेंस कि मैं ये कर सकती हूँ.
तो कहीं उतार चढ़ाव भी आए होंगे इसमें, उसके बारे में
वो तो लाइफ और बिजनेस का तो वो तो रहता ही है. कोविड के समय बहुत डिफ़िकल्टी हुई थी स्पेशली फूड इंडस्ट्री में. हमें मेरा कैफ़े था कोलाबा में जो मैंने बंद किया, बट वी ओनली केम बैक स्ट्रॉन्गर. एंड फॉर मी इट इज़ अ लॉट ऑफ लर्निंग. मैं शेफ़ ही नहीं, मैं एक बिजनेस ओनर भी हूँ, तो I have to keep moving between the two and it makes it a little bit more challenging. और रात को सोने से पहले मतलब एक सुकून जैसा, एक पीसफुल कि मेरा जो पर्पस है मैं वो कर रही हूँ.
Yes.
Pooja ji, so many people are there in the bakery side.
Yeah.
How you will be different from them? USP क्या हुई अपने आप
Yeah. तो एक्चुअली मैंने जब चालू किया 12-13 years ago, द बेनिफिट वॉज कि मार्केट इतना क्राउडेड नहीं था. तो आई मैनेज टू मेक अ नीश फॉर माई सेल्फ इन द फ्रेंच बेकिंग स्पेस. तो वी आर नोन फॉर आर मैक्रून्स. तो वी आर नोन टू ब्रिंग द मैक्रून, जो फ्रेंच कुकी बिस्किट है वो हम इंडिया लेके आए. एंड दैट्स एक्चुअली आर USP. एंड 12 साल हो गए हैं और टचवुड अभी तक वही हमारा USP है. और वो हम अभी बॉम्बे में करते हैं. सून वी वांट टू बी अक्रॉस इंडिया. वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ पैकेज्ड कुकीज़, हॉट चॉकलेट मिक्सेस जो अभी सब जगह सुपरमार्केट्स में. अभी बस लास्ट वीक एक आई डोंट थिंक से द नेम, बट एक एयरलाइंस पे भी है. तो आप अभी हमारे कुकीज़ प्लेन में भी खा सकते हैं. तो ग्रोथ और एक्सपेंशन बहुत है.
And which is your favorite recipe? You can say that this you love it.
My favorite recipe is actually a very simple chocolate cake. So it's a 5-ingredient chocolate cake, and it's my go-to, like comfort. Just say, kabhi you're having a tough day and you want to make something fast and easy. So that is my favorite recipe.
And now these days people are coming with a keto, vegan, gluten-free. Anything you are coming with that?
I'm trying. I think हम लोग भी we make on custom order. So we have a lot of customers that are conscious about their weights. We do a lot of cakes for Bollywood celebrities, for a lot of celebrities who need to be fit and look a certain type for their job. So हम custom करते हैं.
And are you open for the collaborations for anybody else also?
I would love to. I love collaborations and working with people. So I'm very open and happy to.
आपकी एसोसिएशन कॉनोश के
कॉनोश के बारे में क्या कुछ कहेंगे सुजन कैसे क्या
Conosh के बारे में I think it's a great platform to bring people that love food together. जो ये उन्होंने arrange किया है, I think it's great. We were in Bangalore, now Bombay and Delhi. So it's really bringing food people together and people who love to learn and very passionate about it. Excited to see what all we do in the future and hopefully to be a part of it.
तो यंग जनरेशन को क्या कुछ कहेंगे इस फील्ड पे आने के लिए कई लोग
Young
चाहते भी
generation
कतराते
को, I mean now things are very different. ये actually legitimate career option food business अभी बन गया है. So I think it's a very exciting time.
या
I think it's a very exciting time to be in the food business as a chef. काफ़ी छोटी आइडिया आप घर से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, कहाँ से भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. इतनी डिलीवरी एप्स है, मार्केट प्लेस इतना बड़ा हो गया है. So I think look for the right opportunity and go after your dreams and goals. And my only advice is थोड़ा patience. I think ये अभी everyone wants everything instantly and fast, but to build anything takes time and takes patience.
थैंक यू मैम
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Apurv and I'm the Vice President of Workshops at Conosh. Conosh is a food startup, it's an evolving food startup. We are a community of food lovers, for food lovers, by food lovers. It's actually a culinary hotpot for everything which is happening in the food space. We do online classes, we do physical classes, we do food events, we do pop-up experiences, we do delivery of home-cooked meals. So in totality, we are one place where you will find everything regarding food.
Can you tell us about your journey? How did you start up? How did you think about this concept of Conosh? And how did it evolve over time?
So the concept started by Neha and Vaibhav, who are the co-founders of Conosh, and the idea was to bring in the best food talents across the world to India. And we started with pop-ups in Bangalore in 2019, and we quickly grew to Delhi, followed by Bombay, and we realized then the COVID happened and physical meetings were impossible. So we started with the online classes and it became a boom. We became like massive in like 6 months.
How Conosh has thought about the home deliveries?
So the inspiration came during the COVID again, when we realized that a lot of people do want to go out. They wanted to go out and eat, but they couldn't because of the lockdown. So we wanted to bring them the best food out there, cooked by the best talents. And the thing was that the food should be safe. That was the most important thing. In a restaurant space, people might touch things differently, but in a home chef space or a home cooking space, the best part is that the person cooks for their children also. So they will maintain that safety. And hence we wanted that the food should reach to everyone. That was the idea about food delivery.
So for that you need all delivery points with any places. Have you tied up or you're going to tie up now?
No, we are already tied up. We are doing our deliveries in Delhi and Bangalore currently, and all our collaborations are tied up when it comes to. We are sure to begin in Bombay. We just thought that it's an amazing place to have a home cooked meal, and we'd soon be beginning here.
So how do you groom the home chefs? Could you say something about it?
Yes, so it's an amazing process that we do. We first start with tasting. People who reach out to us, we do their tasting. Once the tasting is done, then our team goes there for physical inspection of the kitchen. One criteria that we make sure should happen is that all these chefs needs to be FSSAI certified. So once all these things, checks and all are done, we see how they are packing things. We help them and support them in packaging the food also. This is how the entire process goes.
Could you say something about your revenue model? How do you monetize the food?
So ours is an aggregator model. If you look at it, we collaborate with chef, and there's a percentage that we take in. It's a revenue share.
What is the when the home cooks prepare the food, how much income do they make?
So I cannot give you exact number, or rather a range also, because it depends on the home chef. Sometimes home chef want to do 100 meals and they make good money out of it. Sometimes they want to be very particular and just do 20 meals and they say we are good with this. It's each to its capacity. That's the answer.
So what is the criteria for enrolling as a home chef? What should you have as a basic requirement? FSSAI can come later.
Yes.
Minimum before starting.
So before anyone reaches us to collaborate, or we reach them to collaborate, we actually check their previous works, what have they done in past. The entire tasting process, like I said, happens. We taste their food. Whatever they want to put out in their menu, we taste that food. For example, if there is a Bengali chef, we ask them to cook the Bengali meal for us. We go there, we taste, we realize we see their kitchen. So all these aspects are there, part of the entire criteria when it comes to having a home chef onboarded.
Any future plans for the Conosh?
Oh, there are many future plans for Conosh. Conosh is, as you know, it's just 2 years, and we want to pick the best talents out there globally to India. To do these pop-ups like this, we want dinners, we want the best masterclasses happening at Conosh. We want to reach to every event possible. Food delivery is one such thing. We want to make it bigger. We are around 2 cities. We want to go to 10 cities, then pan-India, and in future global. This is the idea for the future.
मुंबई रफ्तार न्यूज़ की खबरें पसंद आने पर हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और लाइक करें।